they lost big yardage here, then maybe it would be a field goal attempt. But I'm not. We haven't seen them kick a lot of field goals in the 3 games I've done this year. So now it's one back there with them. I need motion back to 2 backs. Manatee back there motion. He keeps it and pitches to Manatee, and he's going to score. And that's Manatee, who Coach Paravicini told us back at the beginning of the year that he's a great athlete. You got to give him the ball, and we didn't see him do that last week, Coach.
That's correct. We didn't see any type of option there, but on that particular play, the wide receiver, number 7, Manatee, decides to gets the pitch from Liam Fernandez and runs it in 15 yards for the Mustang touchdown, designed just like you'd like to run it.
And they're going to go swinging gate here. They throw it out there, and it's going to be no good. Picked up by Bayshore. They tried the swinging gate extra point.
2-point conversion is no good.
But a good read there by the quarterback Fernandez on that option. They ran the same play essentially from 3 different formations, and that time they closed on the dive, and he pulled the ball out and pitched it off the end, and there was nobody on the pitch man. And that's what option football will make you do. Make you be sound on each guy.
That's correct, and there was nobody left on the pitch man, and he was able to take it in. And for the Mustangs and Coach Scott Paravicini, that's just the way he'd like to start the ball game. You get a turnover in the Bruin territory on about the 20-yard line, and up and march it in for the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs.
So Lakewood Ranch will kick off again. Once again, like we said, the Lakewood Ranch roster only goes to 83, and he's 85, so I can't give you his name, but it looks like Dixon back deep for Bayshore again, and they're going to kick it to him again. About the 10-yard line it comes down. He bobbles the kick and then picks it up after a delay. Goes left again, tries to cut back to his right, makes a couple of guys miss. And he'll get taken down about the 21. Good coverage by the Lakewood Ranch kick coverage team there.
And on that tackle for the Mustangs was Minton, one of the linebackers that's been doing a good job all year for them.
Josiah Minton. Played well last week against Parrish as well. Made a lot of plays. That was a real test for that defense. The score, 35-0, really wasn't that kind of a game the whole game, was it, Coach?
No, they seemed to be in control most of the way.
So Bayshore comes out here, and they're going to start handing it off to Judge again. And he bounces to the right, makes a man miss, stiff arm, gets a first down, and gets out of bounds. Good run for Judge there. Good job by the Bayshore offensive line, opening up some holes, and good blocking on the perimeter.
Judge didn't see anything on the inside, and he decided to take it to the outside. Picked up about 12 yards on the play, and the Bruins have their initial first down. For the Mustangs on that last drive, that was better than their start last week against Parrish, where they had the football and turned it over on their first set of downs last week.
And of course, they had, I think, 5 turnovers last week, and I'm sure that was an emphasis this week, protecting the ball at practice for Lakewood Ranch. And they're going to give the Judge again off the left side, little hole. He gets about 4.
Jason Judge with the carry.
And on the tackle there was
Bayshore content to run the ball here. I find it humorous because I think if I called that many running plays in a row when Ace was playing, he would have he would have been complaining.
That was Juan Tarico there on the tackle for the Bruins, and our friend De Palma just missed getting him in the backfield again.
Yeah, we have 2nd and 7, gain of 3 there. Bayshore coming out. Parham at quarterback, waiting for the snap, and he's gonna go back and look. He's got a guy open. Throws him a deep ball, and it's too far outside, incomplete. He was looking for number 4.
Mary Thomas there was the intended receiver. He's a 10th grader, probably his first experience this year on a varsity football field, and starting wide receiver tonight for Coach Sanders and the Bruins.
Yeah, ran a good route there. It was a sluggo, it looked like, a slant and go, and the corner jumped the slant, and he was behind him by 3 or 4 steps, and They just couldn't hook it up, and I think that's kind of been the story for Bayshore this year, really not having a quarterback. Like we said, having Parham come out as a basketball player. He's an athlete and a basketball player first, just learning to play quarterback now. And there's Judge up the middle, makes one guy miss, and gets about 5.
Jason Judge with the carry.
4th down. And a long 2. Oh, no, it's going to be 4th and 3.
He was brought
They're
down
going
there
for it,
by Carson Rathbum.
With no hesitation, they just leave the offense on the field.
This might be a draw me offside situation.
And we got a timeout now. Maybe
Timeout.
Coach Sanders might be
Bruins.
rethinking that, or like you said, he may want to be talking to him about
In upcoming
trying to
events,
draw them
the
offsides.
girls weightlifting team will compete at St. Stephen's Tuesday afternoon.
Judge picked up about another 3
The
yards
boys
on the
soccer
play,
team
right?
opens its season Wednesday against
Yeah, I thought he had more than
Manatee.
that. They marked him
The
back
girls
there at the
soccer
line,
team's
like a
first
3-yard
game is
gain.
Thursday at Lakewood Ranch Prep.
It'll be 4th and 4.
The
And
football team will
Well, he's
travel
already
to
got
Mustangs
6 carries on the
Thursday
night,
for its
and
regular season
I
finale.
believe the only other play
Tickets
they
for all
had
home
was
athletic events this year are
the
on sale
incomplete
at
pass. So
GoFans.co.
he's the last week we saw Jermaine Edwards being 40% of the offense for the parish team, and now we find out that
Judge carrying the heavy load here for the Bruins,
correct.
which his brother did last year. It was a large percentage of their offense as well in their scores last year. Jaden Judge, his older brother. If he's anything like his brother, he can handle the workload.
Bayshore set up with 3 wide receivers to the top. One down here on the bottom on this 3rd and 1.
Well, I don't know about going for this in your own territory, and they're going to go fake the quarterback draw on. Now he's looking to throw when he's on the run, and he's taken down by Minton at the line of scrimmage, and Lakewood Ranch will take over again in Bayshore territory.
Tackled by Josiah Minton. Bayshore turns the ball over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lakewood Ranch.
I think they kind of gave the quarterback his option there. If he felt like he could throw it out there to number 4, maybe that would have been the choice. But I think the wide receiver there was pretty well covered. So Palm just started to tuck it under and hoped to outrun the defense and couldn't do that.
And you'll see a lot of these Bayshore players playing both ways. I see Thomas going back in now to play corner up there. So you'll see that throughout the night. Judge plays linebacker as well. And that fatigue is going to become a factor eventually. And they're going to get the ball on the outside. Oh, nice play by 14. He got his name right before the game. Because he's not on the roster. Zywan Thomas. Nice play there. They try a little wide receiver screen.
Yeah, the pass there by
Fernandez
was off the same run fake that they have been doing so far tonight, and completed it, but unfortunately it was for a loss of 2 yards.
Number 14.
So 2nd and 12 now. Manatee is playing a wing, coming in motion, but the give is inside to Dempsey, and he's bottled up pretty well for about 2-yard gain, maybe a yard and a half. It's going to be 3rd and 11. Good job by the Bayshore defense. 2 plays in a row there.
That's correct. That was an outstanding play on that first down by the Bruins. The Mustangs were going back to kind of the same concept of trying to fake the ball inside like they did and pitched it to Manatee, and then this drive for the score, and then this drive they threw the bubble off of it. So they go 2 by 2 this time.
It's 3rd and 11 here for Fernandez. He's going to roll to his right. He's got the flat route. He's got the outside receiver on a little comeback, and he's not able to hold on, so it's 4th down. Good job by the Bayshore defense there. I don't know what, I'm sure Lakewood Ranch is going to go for it here at the 40-yard line.
4th down.
That ball was on the money there for Fernandez hitting.
No, it looks like they're sending
the receiver that
punting team on, or there's a timeout call, water break, maybe.
Water break will give a nice time for a discussion on whether or not we should go for it or not for the Mustangs.
Yeah, as the officials aren't supposed to kind of call a water break when there's
Bayshore High School would like
a
to
situation like that, are they? Where you're essentially giving Lakewood Ranch a
scoreboard
timeout right
Correct.
before a 4th down play and letting them decide whether they want to go for it, and not only if they're going to decide, but what they want to run.
It would have been much better after this play.
Yes. Well, since there's going to be a change of possession, more than likely.
Or
a new first down. Yeah.
Memorial Hospital.
So that was a convenient break for the Mustangs in any situation that they're going to try and do.
they are going to go for it. They have the offense on the field.
Huffman is coming down here to the bottom of your screen. As
Manatee is at the top. Dempsey and Fernandez in the backfield. Dempsey, the one back with Liam Fernandez at quarterback. 4th and 11. He's looking down the field. He's chased out of the pocket, and he's going to make one guy miss, and he's going to get a first down. And he scrambles for about 15 yards. We saw that last week when he scrambled for 25 yards. And it's going to be a first down, Lakewood Ranch at the 27-yard line. Liam Fernandez looking downfield, couldn't find anybody open, pulled it down, was able to make one or two guys miss and get the 4th and 11. And that's just a backbreaker to the Bruins, who played good defense for 3 downs and then end up giving up the scramble to keep the drive going.
I saw Fernandez do that exact thing against Southeast this year, where he went about 40 yards on a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, he is elusive. He's a deceptive athlete. Does a good job running the ball. There's Dempsey up the middle. Nice play there by 52, I think it is, 52 for Bayshore on Dempsey, a short gain.
Tackle there by Arlen Caves.
It was a nice play by the defensive end there. And it's a gain of about 2.5. We're going to call it 2nd and 7. It might be 3. 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 8. 2 backs in the backfield with Fernandez.
They've been doing that almost more tonight than I think we saw them do it at all last week.
Running a sweep to the right to Dempsey, turns the corner, and he's going to go into the end zone. And we got a horse collar, I think. I didn't see a flag come in, but he's in the end zone. He was about 5 yards deep when he got tackled. So, Lakewood Ranch scores again on a sweep to Dempsey, and he takes it around the right end into the end zone. And Mustangs go up 12-0, and they're going to go line up in the swinging gate again, and maybe this time they'll just shift over and kick that extra point instead of chasing points early.
Yeah, Dempsey took it around the corner there, and from our vantage point and maybe from our viewers' vantage point, the soccer lines are drawn on the field now. You might have thought he had been out of bounds, but the box for the soccer field is not necessarily out of bounds. So.
No. And
it was
usually you'll see those soccer lines in a different color than white.
And it was a nice
mid-season.
Very nice run there by Dempsey to get the 2nd touchdown for the Mustangs.
Mustangs shift over to kick the extra point, and it's up and good. So it's 13-0, Lakewood Ranch. We're going to take a break here after this score.
I think there was a flag.
Oh, no, we had a flag. We had illegal motion.
Penalty before
illegal
the play,
procedure.
False start against Lakewood Ranch.
False start, whatever it was. We're going to move it back 5 yards, and he'll kick it again. Had plenty of distance. That shouldn't be an issue. He should be able to put this through, make it 13-0, and then we'll take our break.
Correct.
Fernandez, the quarterback, is the holder. If it ever comes down to an idea for a fake, they do have their quarterback as the holder, so they keep that in mind. There's the snap. Kick is not as good, but I think it snuck through there. It is good. So with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter, it's Lakewood Ranch 13, Bayshore 0. We'll take a break. We'll be back to Balvan Stadium at Bayshore High.
Sarah, you've got this, okay? But they lost.
Not really. Not where it counts.
And we are back at Balvan Stadium. Lakewood Ranch Mustangs getting ready to kick off to the Bayshore Bruins. Lakewood Ranch leading 13-0. 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. Dixon back deep again. Another short kick. This time it's going to be taken by Judge on the other side here. He gets to the outside. I think it's Judge. Maybe that's 9. No, it's number 9. I'm sorry. Good return.
That's Ashton Simon.
Ashton Simon, and he's out.
Simon
Simon to the 50-yard line, just short of of midfield, maybe to 49. Good return, caught the ball moving forward, which you like to see a kicker returner do, and got upfield right away, didn't dance. It was a really good return there.
Ashton Simon with the kickoff return.
By Ashton Simon.
The Mustangs have
Only a 10th grader. Once again, a lot of young guys playing for Bayshore, 9th and 10th graders.
Mustangs will be putting the ball in play at their own 49. I mean, the Bruins putting the ball in play at their own 49. Judges carried the ball 6 times for a total of 30 yards, averaging 5 yards a clip for the Bruins.
And it's Judge again. Bottled up, he bounces outside. And Lakewood Ranch stops him there. Minton looks like he was in on the tackle.
And I think Roden was also in there.
Yeah, Roden was there to turn him in, and then
Yes.
Minton finished it up.
It was, if you're defensive coordinator for the Mustangs, that's what you want. You want your outside linebacker setting the wall, and the running back turns it back inside, and there's Minton on the tackle.
Yeah, you'd say Roden made the play, but Minton made the tackle.
Right.
But it was Roden that made the play, staying at home, being where he was supposed to be on the bounce there.
I think that's maybe the 3rd tackle already by Minton.
Yep. And they've got
Tonight's
about
action.
a yard, maybe 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Bayshore at midfield, right on the 50. And we got a false start on Bayshore coming in there from the umpire.
The snap, a false start against the Bruins.
They can call it on the right guard.
That'll make it 2nd down and 13.
And so you have 2nd and 13 now for Bayshore. And they just don't have the firepower to get behind the chains with these penalties.
No.
They've had some success running the ball with Judge, but getting back in the 2nd and longs and 3rd and longs, it's just been, it's just, they just don't have the firepower to run that.
Little tighter alignment this time for the Bruins wide receivers.
And he's going deep, trying to hit a corner route there. And Thomas, we got a flag that might have called holding there.
For Amari Thomas,
Interference.
incomplete.
Looking for Amari Thomas, number 4, downfield on a corner route from a tight split. And we had a flag come in late.
Penalty on the play, pass interference against Lakewood Ranch.
Oh, so Bayshore is going to get a nice 1st down there, 15-yard penalty.
That penalty
They're
will
going to
give
get the
the
ball at the
Bruins
40-yard
a
line.
1st down.
On their Lakewood Ranch side of the field. I didn't really see anything there. There might have been someone holding his shirt from behind, but they didn't look like big contact there as Thomas was trying to get the ball. It was overthrown, but as you know, there's no uncatchable ball rule in high school. If the ball's in the air and you make contact, that's interference regardless of how far away the ball is. So if there was contact, that's the correct call.
Bayshore again with a tight wide receiver alignment to both sides.
And back extra deep here at 9 yards, Judge. And he's running a flare, and the quarterback was trying to get out to the outside, and he gets tripped up by DePaula, number 11, on the sideline there.
Keyshawn Parham
After a
with
gain of
carry.
about 2, it's Keyshawn Parham on the carry. Thought maybe he was going to throw the flare to the back out there. Instead, he pulled it down and kind of followed it back like he was the lead blocker.
Tackled after a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, didn't know exactly what his pitch relationship was, or his forward pass relationship was at that time.
I'm not sure if that was a miscommunication or if that was designed for him to be out there as like a lead blocker or something. So you got 2nd and 9.
Bruins back to a 3-by-1 set.
Parham at quarterback. He's back to pass. He's looking. He steps up and he's going to run. We got a flag down up on top. He has a nice gain. A good run. Gets down inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line, but there's a flag up on the top. And we'll see what that is. It might have been. Looked like it might have been formationally.
Penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, legal procedure on Bayshore.
Camarion Jones was the Mustang on the tackle there. He's a sophomore, 5'8", 140 pounds, brought down the senior. And
Illegal shift is the call.
Illegal shift against the Bruins.
It appeared as though there were 2 people moving at the same time. That Parham did not exactly let the wideouts get in
set.
position for
Yeah.
the start of the play, and that comes with the excitement of being a quarterback the first time in your life after coming off the basketball court.
So we had a 9-yard run called back on a penalty, and now we've had a 22-yard run called back by a penalty, and that's tough to overcome those. And 2 of your best offensive plays of the night have been called back on penalties. It makes it very difficult to run your offense.
Setting up at a 2nd and about 14. Back to that tight 2-by-2 situation.
There's the flare at the Judge. He catches in. He's got room to run. And he's going to get down inside the 30. He's tackled by number 12 for Lakewood Ranch.
Marion Jones.
Marion Jones. And Judges, they marked him down. He must have gone out of bounds just short of or just outside of the 30. So he's going to be short of the first down.
Picked up about 14 yards on that play, Judge did.
From up here, it looked as if he was had gotten further, but we might have been looking at the other white line. There's white lines all over the place out there. Looks like a math graphing paper or something.
3rd and 1.
Between the coach's box and the soccer fields and the football fields, and they're all white lines. Makes it very tough. There's Judge on the carry. He's going to get the first down across the 30. So it's first down Bayshore, deep in Lakewood Ranch territory. And they have a nice little drive going
Yes,
here.
they do. Yes, they do. And somebody's down, appears like.
And that's not good for Bayshore. It's never good to see a guy get hurt, but their lack of depth is so drastic that you just can't. They can't afford to lose anybody. So we got a little timeout here. We're coming down to the closing seconds of the first quarter. Is 1 minute and 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Bayshore is down 13-0 here at home against Lakewood Ranch. They're driving.
In the process of elimination of numbers and white helmets, I'm afraid that might be Judge down on. Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't see number 6.
That's right about where he was tackled, but I can't see, like you said, I can't see.
I don't see number 6 in them.
That is who it was. It was Judge, and he's on his own power there, walking it off.
That's good to see after he's...
The way he's shaking his leg, looks like it might have been like a helmet to the thigh type of thing, or not a twisting injury.
Right now he has 8 carries, and we are still in the first quarter, so he is definitely the workhorse for the Coach Sanders Bayshore Bruins.
So number 9 goes in to replace him, he of the kick return that started this drive. Ashton Simon looks like he's going in. I don't know if he'll...
Simon is a 10th grader if he's going to be playing the tailback position. It may also be Nizer Dixon could also move to that position, and it looks like that's
exactly
what's going on.
Yep, Simon goes to receiver, and Dixon goes back in the backfield. Judge over here walking on his own. Looks like he's just walking it off.
Dixon's an exciting 9th grader, according to Coach Sanders.
Parham gives it to Dixon, who tries to go out to the left. There's nothing there. He's going to get no gain there. Might have lost a yard. And we got a flag in there, holding on Bayshore. And that's going to back it up if they take the penalty. They may decline it and go 2nd and 11. Or it'll push them back to a 1st and 20.
Tackle there was by Getshaw, along with number 63 on the play, Wyatt Gedekin. And we're going backwards.
Holding against the
Bruins. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty on Bayshore. He called holding. That flag came in really quick from the referee, the white hat. Must have been very obvious. He fired that flag in there. 57 seconds left in the first quarter here.
This is a lengthy drive by the Bruins as they go forward and then come backwards.
Yeah, they've only done 11 yards. It seems like they've had a real long drive. They're only 11 yards from where they started at 12. So we got 1st and 20. Parham's back. There was a hitch out here. It's low. Looking for Thomas. It's incomplete.
The quarterback there had the single receiver out here to his left, and just wanted to throw a little stop route and take the easy 5 or 6 yard gain and see if the wide receiver could do something against the DB, and unfortunately the ball was a little bit short by Parham.
Yep, we call that the gift when you get soft coverage on one receiver side and take that hitch. 2nd and 20. Parham is at quarterback for Bayshore, and he's dropping back, looking to throw. Under pressure, he steps up, and he's going to run. He makes the first guy miss, and Minton is there to finish him off after about a 7-yard gain, as we've seen Minton just all over the place tonight. We saw him last week make some good plays, much more active tonight. Josiah Minton with another tackle there.
We talked about the workhorse on offense for the Bruins being Judge, who's been carrying the ball, who's carried the ball 8 times. Minton has been in on 4 tackles already in the first quarter. As we reach the end of the first quarter.
As the clock ticks down, it's going to be the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break here. It's Lakewood Ranch 13, Bayshore 0. We'll be right back after this break.
I watched them film on these games. They were finding holes, they were getting the runners on, and they were scoring the run. So if you stick to that plan, should be able to get some damage done.
Yeah, we're back at Balvan Stadium, and Bayshore has got a 3rd and 15 deep in Lakewood Ranch territory. Parham's looking to throw. He throws. It's intercepted by Lakewood Ranch, and he is going to return it back out to about the 32-yard line.
And that's Caden Hoffman, a strong safety. He's a sophomore who actually at the start of the game tonight, I believe he was one of the captains for the Mustangs, came out there with the other 3 players to represent the Mustangs, and he does a great job picking off the pass by Parham.
So Lakewood Ranch defense bends but doesn't break after a couple of penalties and gets the big turnover, and they'll give the ball to their offense at the 32-yard line. Worst field position of the night for Lakewood Ranch. It's still not bad, 32. And here we go with Liam Fernandez, and the Lakewood Ranch offense will go to work. Liam Fernandez at quarterback. Dempsey's in the backfield with him. Sidecar left. Motion, and nice play by number 7 for Bayshore.
Ivan Velasquez, that's his second tackle of the evening. Nice play as they didn't get that defensive end blocked out there for the Mustang.
Tried a little pop pass, jet sweep, and Velasquez came upfield, and you can see it here on the replay. Went a little fast, but he got off the ball good, came upfield and hit him right in the mouth, and now you got a 2nd and 18 or 2nd and 17.
Down and long.
Mustangs got 2 guys in the backfield again.
And we got a penalty here or a problem with the clock, one or the other. Nope, they're sending number 82 out because his pants don't go down far enough. 13 comes back in for Lakewood Ranch. I never understand that call. It happens so random because about it could happen on every play. Fernandez rolling to his right here on 2nd and long. He's directing receivers around, stops at the sideline. He's still looking to throw. Now he's going to come all the way back, and he's trying to find Manatee, and he throws it. And there's going to be a lineman downfield, probably. Normally in that situation when they're scrambling, end up with a lineman downfield.
The way Fernandez had the field set up that time, he could have come all the way to the Bayshore sideline and
I thought he was going to do that.
Do what he does best.
Yeah. We'll wait and see what the flag is here. Going to mark off. Well, it's probably going to be an eligible receiver, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Illegal receiver downfield.
Yep, illegal receiver downfield. Now, why would you decline that? It's a loss of down, isn't it?
Ineligible player downfield was called. Penalties declined.
So
But it's declined, so it'll be 3rd down and 17.
they haven't changed it down yet.
3rd down.
There they
and
go.
long.
Now it's getting changed to 3rd down and long. Yeah, it could have been 3rd and 23 instead of 3rd and 18. 2 by 2 for the Mustangs.
He's rolling right again, gets rid of the ball quick this time. Number 82 came back in the game after getting his pants fixed, pulled down, and he's got just enough for a 1st down. So he makes a couple of tacklers miss there.
That's a junior wide receiver for the Mustangs, Tommy Baudry.
Nice run after the catch there. Gets about 7 yards of yak yards after the catch, and gets the 1st down on a 3rd and 17. Once again, backbreakers for Bayshore, and they think they have them stopped, and then they give up another long play like they did on the scramble earlier. So Lakewood Ranch has got a new set of downs at the 41. Manatee back in motion. They give to Dempsey. Oh, he fakes to Dempsey, and he's slammed down. .52 for Bayshore on the play there.
That's Arlen Cavesas.
Called his name a couple of times
That's his
tonight already.
second
That was a
tackle.
good play.
Yep, nice job reading the quarterback. I think Fernandez might have been better off handing that one off, but
Yeah, if
he
that-
had success early with the pitch and thought he might be able to get away with it again, but he lost 6-7 yards on the play.
Yeah, if that was a read, that was a misread there. You got 2nd and 17 again. And this time they just turn around, hand off to Dempsey, straight downhill, and he runs for about 7. So you can have a 3rd and 10, gets a chunk of it back and make it a little more reasonable.
Dempsey with the carry. Tackled after a gain of 7. He'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Lakewood Ranch going no huddle now, trying to go a little quicker.
There they go. That's
and
just
Bayshore jumps off sides and
just what they're trying to do by getting that.
going quick.
Snap offside against the Bruins.
Kavas's
That penalty over
52
3rd down.
jumping off there, a little over anxious. So now you have a very, manageable 3rd and 5 instead of a 3rd and 10 or 11.
Especially considering the fact that they could have, that they might go for it on 4th down as well in the territory where they are.
Midfield here, yeah, that's an area where you might go for it. So they may run it here thinking they've got 2 shots. Fernandez is going to pull it out and throw the screen out to Monarchy. Comes inside the tunnel screen, and he's tackled. It'll be enough for a 1st down, though. Get about a gain of 8 there. He throws the screen out to the outside receiver.
1st down, Lakewood Ranch.
Nice little play there by Monarchy. The man that coach said we need to get the ball in his hands a little more in the passing game.
And they've done a better job of that tonight than we've seen all year, and there he is back in motion there. And there's a give to Dempsey to the right. Yeah, that's a little counter there. I don't know if if they were reading that or not, but it was a counter to the right to Dempsey, and then the Fernandez and Monarchy coming off of that fake. Could be a read. You could read that. Could be a read counter, but looked a lot like the play that Fernandez kept the ball on, but I don't know if they had both guys pulling last time. But they get a nice gain of about 7 there, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 as Lakewood Ranch continues this drive with 7:37 left in the 1st quarter. Fernandez gives to Dempsey again up the middle, and he's met there. Good play there by number 3 for Bayshore.
That's Marquise Spry on the tackle, sophomore.
Meets him in the hole and makes a good tackle for no gain.
And the Bruins are going quick again.
The Mustangs going to it.
Excuse me, I apologize.
And it's 3rd and 3 for Lakewood Ranch here, and they try to get the jump again.
Double tight ends this time, it appears like. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side.
Yeah, they actually have Manatee lined up at a tight end here on the left side, normally a wide receiver.
Cade Cole Zuck is out here on the bottom.
And they give to Dempsey to the left, and he tries to bounce outside, and number 5 for Bayshore comes up and makes a really good play on the bounce.
Anthony Brown on the tackle
Anthony Brown, and number 3 was there as well, the linebacker.
I think the Mustangs, when they take that ball outside, are probably playing a little bit into the hands of the Bruins, because they might have a little bit, little quicker speed on the defensive line.
Yeah, they've had a lot
perimeters.
more. Other than the touchdown, they did run outside on that design sweep, but most of their success has been running north-south, and they're going for it on 4th and 6. Fernandez looking for a slant, throws, it's incomplete, and the Bruins get their first stop of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Fernandez had completed 3 passes on the night so far. That was his first incomplete pass of the evening, and it would have been nice for the Mustangs to take that one. So we got I would assume, a water break going on right now.
6-minute water break going on right here. So we got 13-0 game. Lakewood Ranch up on the Bruins. 6 minutes left in the first half. Bruins getting the ball here. Maybe they can get down and get a score here and make a game out of this, Coach.
That would be the important thing right now at this stage in the game. They had a nice long drive last time, but it was 2 steps forward and 1 backwards on forward. Unfortunately, I think they had 3 penalties on the drive. They probably consumed about 5 minutes on the clock and got the ball down to about the 30-yard line, and unfortunately had nothing on the scoreboard to show for it. But Keyshawn Parham will now try to move the ball again for the Bruins as they sit in their 2-by-2 tight alignment.
Looks like, I think it's Dixon at running back now. I'm trying to get that number there. It is. They toss to him, and he's coming around the right end. And he gets outside and gets about 4 or 5 yards.
And he was brought down.
And it looks like there's a fumble on the play, and they're
by number 15, it's Jamari Blake.
Lakewood Ranch's ball. I didn't see the ball come out. Maybe we have a replay. I don't know. No, we might be having issues with our replay system. It was right in front of the Bayshore bench. The ball must have come out. There was no disagreement from the Bayshore sideline, so obviously they must have seen it. We could not see it because the players blocked it out.
Well, Blake had a 5-yard gain on that play as he was in. We haven't seen Judge back in the game at running back since he carried the ball 8 times early in the game, and he hurt himself a little bit on one of the tackles.
Yeah, he has not been back. Now Lakewood Ranch, Fernandez keeps up on the option, and he's going to get about 4 yards, maybe more. He might have 6 yards, 4 to 5 yards. We have a flag on the play coming from the line judge. A lot of flags tonight. We got illegal procedure on Lakewood Ranch.
So we'll be bringing that one back also.
So we'll come back. It'll be 1st and 15 instead of 2nd and 4.
I don't remember in last week's game or an earlier game this year when I saw the Bruins playing, the Mustangs playing, that Fernandez was running the option and pitching the ball, or having a man to pitch the ball to, as much as he is tonight.
He did not do it last week, but the first game we did, they did run some triple option and had some success when they were playing Braden River. There's Dempsey up the middle on the give, and he's going to get about 3 yards, maybe 4. And it's going to be 2nd and 11 or 12.
They're definitely setting up that option as much as they're doing it. Number 3 in there on the tackle, Marquise Spry. I believe that's his 2nd tackle on the evening. good job by the replay.
Yeah, we got that replay working like a gem now. Our man Carl in the truck says we might have it working now. Well, there's a fake to the left and a quarterback counter to the right. And Fernandez gets a good gain there, about 7 yards. Took one step to the left and then ran the quarterback counter back to the right.
Lakewood Ranch with a run up the middle. Tackle just past the 40-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 from the 39-yard line going in. We got to get to about the 36.
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Probably 2
remaining
down
in the
territory
quarter.
here, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As the first quarter winds down, Fernandez and the Mustangs going to give it to Dempsey. He hesitates, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage by the Bayshore. And I see, looks like 3 in there again.
Spry
Spry.
and senior captain Jaden Shannon in there on the tackle, a young man that's going both ways in the offensive and defensive line for
That
Bayshore.
is so hard to do, at this level of football. And it looks like they're going to send the kicking team in, Lakewood Ranch.
4th down and about 4 yards to go, and Bayshore is bringing in their punt return team.
And it's Kawa Magno, number 55. Very rare to have a number 55 punter. I've mentioned that before. Still unusual. And he's going to roll to the right. It looks like a fake. He's going to try to run for it. And he cuts it back in. He fumbles the ball. But it looks like Lakewood Ranch fell on it, and they're going to get a first down. There was really no deception there. He just caught the snap and ran to his right.
He had his mind made up that he was told we can outrun these guys, and he got the ball. He didn't have the greatest amount of ball security.
No, that's why if you're going to run that play, I prefer to do it with Dempsey.
True.
Out of the offense.
Right.
And somebody who's used to carrying the ball.
Right.
But it worked. It worked out for them.
They got the first down. That's all they wanted, and the offense continues to drive.
Keeps the drive alive here.
2:54 to go in the first half.
2:50 and a half here, and they're going to try to go in and score right before the half and eat up as much of this clock as possible, and maybe go into halftime up 20-0 is what they'd like to do. There's the option with the pitch, and it's on the ground. And I think 13 Huffman.
He's going to lose about 6 yards on that play, as the pitch relationship was there, but so were the defensive players for the Bruins.
Yeah, the Lakewood Ranch offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, putting the ball on the ground and penalties. Even though they've had a lot of success moving the ball, but
the one thing they haven't done so far is turn it over like they did in the first half last week.
A lot of that could just be the luck of the bounce too. He rolls right, Fernandez over the middle again. Finding 13 that time, Huffman. About a 12 to 15 yard gain, maybe 15.
Trenton Huffman picking up the yardage that they lost on the
10-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down now to go no huddle. 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs. Try to check with me, fake snap count, and then look over at the offensive coaches to get the play. Dempsey changes sides. They're going to go double tight with 2 receivers to the left. They're going to run speed option. Fernandez gets up north and south and gets the first down. Takes a hit from the safety, but not until he gets the first down by about 3 yards. And we got a first down and 10 at the 21.
Dempsey gained Fernandez keeping the ball that time on the option. It looked like he gained it about 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, it was a decisive decision. A lot of times you see quarterbacks and running the option indecisive, and he just stuck his foot in the ground, got north and south when he saw the end winding out, and got a nice. And now they run it the other way. He's going to pitch it to Dempsey, who catches the pitch and couldn't get the block from the receiver out there. A DB for Bayshore did a great job out there getting off the block of Huffman and making the tackle on the pitch man. Good defense there by.
That time that the Bruins played the option pitch extremely well. They had a man out for the quarterback, a man for the pitch man, and
he got off the block and made the tackle. Sometimes you have a guy there and he can't make the play. They actually made the play there. So it's 2nd and 8. 34 seconds left in the half. Kind of surprised Lakewood Ranch with all their timeouts let the clock run down this far.
Open the season Wednesday against Manatee. The girls' soccer team's first game is Thursday.
We'll see what the Lakewood Ranch has in store. Got some scores from other places here. We got the Parish Bulls are up on Sarasota 16-0. And the Booker Tornadoes 44-0 over DeSoto. DeSoto having a tough year this year. A real tough year. Actually had a battle against Bayshore to win by 2 at the last second. So with only 34 seconds left, I think Lakewood Ranch may have let too much time run off there. But they got 2nd and 9 now, or 2nd and 8. And Dempsey is in the pistol now, directly behind Fernandez. And Fernandez fakes, and he's under pressure, and he's taken down by number 52.
There he is.
Cavazos.
There he is again, defensive end. Cavazos is in on his 3rd tackle of the game. That one for a big loss at a very key time. Another loss of about 7 yards.
And the clock is ticking down, and Lakewood Ranch just seems content to go in 13-0 or maybe run one more play. And I would think I'd be trying to make sure I could get 2 plays in here. Fernandez is back, and he's hit again by Cavazos again, and they just don't have an answer for him. He's all over Fernandez, and he's sacked there. It's going to be 4th down, and that'll end the quarter and a half right there with 2 positive plays by the Bayshore defense. So as we go into the half here, we're going to take a break, and it's Bayshore 0, Lakewood Ranch 13 here at Balvan Stadium. We'll be back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Bayshore High School Golden Regiment Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Christina Orsini. The color guard is under the instruction of Brittany Wakely. And drumline is under the instruction of Mario Reyna. Tonight, the band will transport you to a world away where the sun blazes, the sand is vast, and the unknown lies within. They present their 2024 show, Mysteries of Egypt. Drum Major Destiny Thomas is your band ready. Then take it away. Let's hear it one more time for the Bayshore High School Golden Regiment Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to do a special recognition. We had some really good players on our volleyball team, but unfortunately their senior night was washed out by the hurricane. So we would like to recognize them now. We have 3 seniors from the volleyball team. Libertad Rafael Valley, a 2-year member of the volleyball team, accompanied by parents Teresa Valley and Juventino Rafael Leon and brother JDL. Libertad is also a member of soccer and is going to attend Kaiser University in West Palm Beach to study stenography or criminal justice, and she hopes to continue to participate in soccer. Next, we have San Juanita Gonzalez Perez, accompanied by mother Juana Perez and sister Julissa. San Juanita is also a member of soccer, tennis, National Honor Society, dual enrollment, and AEVI, and is going to attend college and graduate with a nursing degree. And Chelsea Flores, who is a 4-year member of the volleyball team, accompanied by her mother Anna. Chelsea is also a member of soccer, softball, and wrestling, and is going to go to college and figure out her major once she gets there. Please give a big round of applause to our volleyball seniors.
What's up, gang?
Welcome back to Balvan Stadium here in the press box at Balvan Stadium. Up here chatting it up with Coach Paul Meckley, my sidekick, and Tommy Cuervo, Bayshore legend, now a teacher at Lakewood Ranch. Played on the last Bayshore high school team to win a district championship, Coach, in 2003. And we're trying to get confirmation on when the last time was Lakewood Ranch won a district championship. They're both in the definitely double digits in years, I know that. And I'm not sure when Lakewood Ranch won one last, if anybody knows that. But I'd be remiss if I didn't thank off the bat the parking lot attendant and press box valet and gate attendant and de facto assistant AD Stephen Brownfield here at Bayshore, who's been at every Bayshore event I've been to in the last 25 years. So we're going to give Stephen a shout out. And Coach Chris Brady, the athletic director here, was very much in favor of us mentioning Stephen, so I want to mention Stephen. And if you've been to a Bayshore athletic event at any time in the last 25 years, you probably gave your ticket to Stephen or ran into him at some point, a big supporter of Bayshore athletics. So we're ready to start the second half here. And Coach, what do we got to do here? What does Bayshore got to do to get back in this?
Well, first thing we have to find out, and it's a good thing to see, is that number 6 is on the kickoff team, so it would be good if he was back in the game playing running back.
And there's a little squib kick taken by the up man. Couldn't get the number on that because he was up front, but it's going to be really good field position. Actually, Judge made the tackle. I think it was 37 that returned the kick for.
That is correct. 37 on the return.
And Judge on the tackle for Bayshore.
Judah Galessiera on the tackle, a junior, 5'10", 135 pounds, and Liam Fernandez coming in to play the quarterback for the second half of the ball game for the Mustangs.
And once again, good field position. Lakewood Ranch has had great field position tonight, all night. Moved the ball fairly well, but has shot themselves in the foot a few times. And there's Dempsey breaking tackles, and he breaks out, and he's got a long run. He's still on his feet, and he's going to go all the way down to about the 20-yard line, 22-yard line. About a 33-yard gain for Dempsey. No flags on the play. He'll move the ball down. So it's going to be first down. Great run by Dempsey, breaking 1, 2, 3 tackles there, staying in balance, getting knocked out to 22. Good hard running by Dempsey, who's since Cullen McCrae has been injured and out for the year. He's taken over pretty much all the running for.
Tackle that time.
And we had a personal foul face mask on Bayshore as well, so that's getting tagged onto that. We didn't even see that flag down. And that's going to be half the distance, so that should put the ball at the 11. Should be first and 10 from the 11-yard line.
At halftime, you and I discussed the possibility of Lakewood Ranch just kind of pounding the ball at them and not necessarily trying to use as much option, and they did that time.
Did we discuss it, or did you ask for it, Coach?
I don't remember.
I think you asked for it is what it was.
Maybe that's what it was. But it worked.
Yes, it did. Right up the middle, Dempsey, and like you said earlier in the game, trying to bounce outside, it keeps advantage to. And there they go inside again to Dempsey, and then he cuts it back and goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Lakewood Ranch. 2 plays. We got a flag coming. I don't know if it was after the play or if it's going to come back. We might have a hold here. The flag came in very late. if it's on the offensive line for Lakewood Ranch, that would be once again an example of them shooting themselves in the foot there.
They've done a little bit of that
so
tonight.
Late. Personal foul on Lakewood Ranch. It was
personal foul against Lakewood Ranch.
So they did not call it a dead ball, which means the touchdown is negated, and we got a 15-yard penalty.
At the end of the first half, Colton Dempsey, the running back for the Mustangs, had 7 carries and a total of 50 yards with 1 touchdown. His longest run of the first half was a 25-yard touchdown run, and he's now added 2 runs of 33 and 12 to his total.
And then he lost that one.
So he's quickly approaching the 100 yards.
And there's Dempsey again up the middle. And Bayshore takes him down. Pile of Bayshore Bruin defenders for about a 5 to maybe more than that, maybe a 7 or 8 yard gain. Looks like he's down to about the 7.
In there on the tackle again is a young man who has had an extremely outstanding first half, a freshman, Arlen Cavazos. He made a tackle on that play again. 2nd and 8.
I like his motor. Looks like he runs the ball really
extremely well.
Plays hard. And Lakewood Ranch now have 2nd and 7. Oh, they bobble the snap and fall on it. Once again, Lakewood Ranch shooting themselves in the foot. We saw it last week against Parrish. The difference this week is they've been able to fall on it themselves rather than turning it over.
Yep. They have been.
Snap may have been low. Might even have hit the running back.
They have been unfortunate in their mistakes tonight by whether it's a penalty or a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, a bobbled ball. But like you said, they haven't turned it over. 2 by 2.
2 by 2, and Fernandez is rolling to his left, looking to throw. And now he's coming back to the right. He's going to tuck it and run. He turns it up, and I see someone running him down from behind and making the tackle. I have a feeling that's going to be 52 getting off the pile, and it is. Cavazos, and Spry was in there as well, number 3. But Cavazos just playing with a motor all over the place.
Yeah, Spry does a nice job too. Spry has been in on a number of tackles. He's a sophomore, and number 52, Cavazos, is a 9th grader.
Lakewood Ranch will go for it on 4th down here. 4th and 5 from about the 6-yard line.
2 by 2 set up for the Mustangs.
And he throws a flare out to Dempsey. He's got to make one guy miss. He does, and he's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. Colton Dempsey catches the flare and goes into the end zone with a touchdown. Got a nice block out there and made a couple of guys miss on a 4th down. Lakewood Ranch is able to punch it in to go up 19-0 over the Bruins here on the first drive of the second half, and with the extra point upcoming. And Lakewood Ranch will do their swinging gate formation, which we've done each of the first 2 touchdowns as well. They did try to throw it out there the first time and were not able to convert. And then they shifted over and kicked the second time. We'll see what they try this time.
Mustangs are being told by the referee to send one of the participants off the field again.
Yeah, I don't understand what that was there, but they're going to shift over.
And the kicker for the Mustangs, who we were unable to identify in the first half, we've been provided his name, number 85, Luca Koué.
The kick is up and good. They had some pressure there. Looked like Cavazos might get it. 52 rushing it. But the kick is good, and it is now 20-0. Lakewood Ranch here in the third quarter with 9:20 left in the third quarter, and we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Jessica, we need to leave right now.
I need to get something. Dance recitals are so boring.
There's a meaning no one knows. Wait until we set
So
free.
what's the empty suitcase for?
The grand prize trophy.
Duh.
Confidence. Pass it on.
I was born to be somebody.
Welcome back to Balvan Stadium here. Score is 20-0 Lakewood Ranch. So we're in the middle of the third quarter here. 9:20 left in the third quarter, and they get a kickoff to Bayshore there.
Dixon on the return.
Dixon goes left, and he's got a hold. We got out of the hold. It's coming back. He has a good return there, but there was a big hold right there, and the ref saw it, threw the flag in there.
Knocked out of bounds on that play, on that kickoff return. The defender was Mike Turner, defensive back, junior for the Mustangs, but
that penalty is going to put it back around the 16-yard line, 17-yard line will be the starting position. I don't think Lakewood Ranch realizes there was a penalty. Their defense is lining up down there on the 40.
even from my vantage point, the holding was pretty blatant on that particular
Yeah, I questioned the one earlier when the receiver held on that one. It was very, very clear that he had a hold of his shirt, shoulder pads and everything else, and didn't let go. And I was not surprised that the flag came in on that one. It was a good call by the officials. Officials doing a good job tonight, I think.
The only thing good about that particular penalty when you get a hold is that it's on the kickoff, so you start 1st and 10 as compared to 1st and 20.
It's still 1st and 10, yeah. But it was also 50 yards difference in field position. So,
right.
So,
but if you're looking for a bright,
or 44-yard difference.
If you're looking for a
bright spot,
shining light in the unfortunate penalty.
But I just don't see the Bayshore offense really being able to execute many 84-yard drives.
Looks like Judge is back in the backfield, and of course he's going to get that first handoff and
rested up the rest of the remainder of the first half, and then did come out and made the tackle on the opening kickoff, so he must be feeling a little better. And that first carry is a run for about no gain, maybe a gain of 1. They still don't have the chain set, even though they've already run a play. I don't understand how that can be.
Jason Judge with the carry, no gain on the play, 2nd down.
So 2nd and 10 for Bayshore, and they just don't have the passing game to come back at, and from 3 scores, I don't think, from what we've seen so far tonight. There's Judge running to the right now, and he's going to try to bounce it outside. Turn back in. Looks like number 30 on the tackle for Lakewood Ranch.
Huffman,
a strong safety who had the interception earlier tonight. Having a nice night tonight. And that's going to be a loss of 2 or 3 yards.
Tackled for a loss on the play.
There.
3rd down and long.
30 out there, and 4 also involved.
Number 4 turned back in. That's Mike Turner, one of the captains for the Mustangs, turning that one in, setting up a 3rd and 12 for the Bruins, passing down. That isn't the best situation
they have not
for
had much success with that.
Coach Sanders.
Other than the flare to the running back earlier in the first half, they really haven't had much of a passing game.
Double tight ends this time, it looks like.
And they're just going to run quarterback keep that time, and he tries to get outside and gets run down from the backside there by, looks like 34 for Lakewood Ranch.
On the tackle there is Sebastian Shamrock, if it's number 34. And number 11 was in the vicinity as well.
That's DePaulo. We've called his name a lot last week. And he's one of their
4th
leading
down and
tackles.
11.
So it's 4th and 11. Bayshore's going to have to punt. The quarterback handles the punting duties tonight, I was told. He's not a punter by trade, but we said earlier he's an athlete, plays basketball. There's some confusion. I don't know if they have enough men on the line of scrimmage. And he gets away a kick. It's going to be a short kick to his left, and it's going to bounce backwards to be even shorter. And Bayshore is going to come down it inside the 30 at the 29-yard line, it looks like. So only about a 14-yard punt net after the bounce backwards. And Lakewood Ranch has great field position once again.
Setting up shop for the Mustangs when we get completed with the water break at the 6-minute and 20-second mark here. Scott Paravicini's ball club is in good field position. Anytime you can start a drive in your opponent's territory, that's a nice situation.
And this is deep in their territory.
Yes, it is.
Inside the 30, so great field position.
The workhorse tonight for the Mustangs, as we expected, was going to be Colton Dempsey. He's carried the ball on my record 8 times, and he's gained 83 yards. That's a nice little clip of 10 yards a carry for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Lakewood Ranch has moved the ball well, like we said, but has continued to shoot themselves in the foot. Really should be up by quite a bit more than the 20 points they're up right now.
Liam Fernandez leading out the Mustangs.
So Lakewood Ranch will take over here at the 29. Going in, 1st and 10. Come out of the water timeout, or water break. New running back in for Lakewood Ranch, number 12, and a running back. He'll get the carry, cuts it inside, gets about 4 or 5 yards.
That running back is Camarion Jones. Jones is a little bit lighter than Dempsey at 5'8", 140 pounds.
Plays defense as well. Maybe getting Dempsey a little break here. I didn't see him appear to be injured at any point, but looking for him over on the sideline to see why he's not in. It looks like he's standing over. I do not see him over there. I think he's standing right behind the coaches there, ready to go, but I'm not sure.
3-by-1 for the Mustangs.
And that's Jones again, and then tries to bounce outside. There's a whole host of Bruins there. Number 7 leading the way
is Velasquez, along with Anthony Brown.
And we've called his name a bunch tonight. Velasquez, 7, 52, Cavazos, 3 Spry, all youngsters playing really aggressive, active on defense.
Just what Coach Sanders told us, you know, his team was made up of a large number of freshmen and sophomores. And
when you look at it, 3 seniors and only a couple of juniors, it's essentially a JV team, you know, as far as age. And, you know, they're hanging in there pretty good tonight. Fernandez throwing a slant. The receiver tries to stop and falls down. The ball's a little behind him, and it's incomplete, so we're going to have 4th down, 4th and 8 for Lakewood Ranch. And they're going to go for it. Dempsey's coming in. And what they've done tonight, it seems like on when the big downs, is just throw a flare to Dempsey and
that's correct.
See if he can get the 1st down.
Fernandez is 5 out of 7 tonight, throwing for about 60 yards.
Y'all need to stop this shit.
Motion. Fernandez rolling left, pulls up, pulls it down, cuts it up the middle, and he's going to come up short by about a yard. So Bayshore is taking
this football
over
shit, y'all need
at
to
the
stop.
20-yard line. They came up just a half a yard short. Lakewood Ranch there on the 9 or 4th and 7.
This is a hard cup into speaking.
And he just couldn't get that extra yard.
Y'all suck up this football shit. Y'all need to stop. Give it the fuck up.
Bayshore at their own 20-yard line.
They turn the ball over on downs, and it's 1st and 10 for your Bruins.
That's 25 yards on the ground tonight for Fernandez. He's broken bigger ones than that in games I've seen him play. He had one big one called back earlier.
He had a long scramble for a 1st down earlier that was called back. Bruins will try to get something going here. And the clock keeps ticking. We're at 4:46 in the 3rd quarter.
Senior quarterback Parm at the controls.
Judge leads him on a rollout. He's rolling out, looking downfield, and throws it away incomplete. Looks like he just got rid of it as he was getting driven out of bounds.
Incomplete pass by Keyshawn Parm.
Parm didn't want to risk anything there. Nobody was open, so he just decided to throw it into the ground. He's only completed 1 pass this evening for 14 yards. We know from talking to Coach Sanders that this is the first year that Parm has been playing quarterback. First time he's come out for football.
Yeah.
And he's been put in the controls as an athlete to run the offense for the Bruins.
It's
in
an
the
unbelievably
2024
difficult
season.
thing to do, not having much football experience. We got a score from Sarasota, Venice 35, Riverview 0 in the second quarter. Parham's going to scramble on second and long, and he gets a nice gain. He's taken out of bounds, and he's slow to get up. And that's not good for Bayshore.
He's tackled out of bounds there by Caden Hoffman, one of the captains, and unfortunately before the run even started, there was a flag on the other side of the field.
And that would have been a first down, I think, and instead it's an illegal formation, and Bayshore is going backwards. On a 2nd and 10, he gets a 10.5 to 11-yard scramble, but it's going to come back because of an illegal formation. And the Bruins just can't seem to get anything going offensively.
Now, we talked about earlier in the game, in the first half, they had a lengthy, time-consuming drive where they were covered about 25 yards, where they went, gained 10, lost 15, gained 15, lost 18, back and forth with penalties and mistakes.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 15. And Parham is back, and he's looking deep for 4. Thomas, and he's got him. Nice catch if he's in bounds, and they ruled him out of bounds. He's out of bounds.
That was a nice catch by Thomas up against the sideline.
Yeah, made a nice adjustment
pretty good,
for the ball.
yes.
Wasn't a bad ball, outside shoulder. Just a
nice
little
pass.
too far outside.
Yep. That was probably the best ball thrown by Parham tonight.
Interesting score here according to Score Stream down in Fort
what I
Myers.
heard.
Palmetto 8.
And we talking the
East Lee
most
County
unlimited.
3. 8-3 in the second quarter there. That's interesting.
Bruins are lining up in their tight 2-by-2 formation. No, it's becoming it's going to take a timeout because there was some confusion.
Timeout for the Bruins.
You can see that the Bruins are examining their wristbands to find out which individual was supposed to be on which side and who was supposed to be on the line and who was supposed to be off the line. And as we said from the beginning of the game, there are a lot of young freshmen and sophomores that are playing for the Bruins, and the learning experience continues even into week 9 of the football season.
Another score update: Parrish 23, Sarasota 0, right before the half. 23-0, Parrish. Looking for other scores here of note. We mentioned the Palmetto up 8-3. That's kind of a surprise. All right, Bayshore's got 3rd and 15 now, and they're starting to get to a point where you're thinking they're running out of possessions. Even though this is the third quarter, the way the clock is running, that they're only going to get a few more possessions. Lakewood Ranch is going to run the ball, you would think, and keep the clock moving. Parham is back to pass. He's going to scramble out. He's trying to communicate, throwing. It's going to be almost intercepted. That might have been a pick 6 if he hangs on to it, because he's out there in the flats. There's nobody else out there. Couldn't see the number for the defender. I think it was 27 or 37 for Lakewood Ranch that broke up the pass.
34. Maybe 34.
I think it was 27. I think it was the...
okay. Yeah. That was a good play, and like you said, it could have been a pick 6. Had he been able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, he was leading receiver. He put a little bit too much air under it, and I believe that was 27, like I said. Wyatt Boudreau, senior. Bayshore's going to punt again. Last time they only had about a 14-yard punt. This time it's going to be an end-over-end. He'll get a sideways roll, and it goes out of bounds at his own 38. So from the 14 to the 38, 24-yard net punt. And Lakewood Ranch is going to mark it at the 40.
Lakewood Ranch has had outstanding starting field position throughout the night and finding ways to gain yards and lose yards on the very same play frequently.
If you had told me that was going to be the field position for Lakewood Ranch tonight and that they'd have no turnovers at this point, I would think it was going to be 50-0, not 20.
Correct. Yeah, from what we saw last week where they were turning it over
They just continue to, like I said, shoot themselves in the foot. They can't. Here's Dempsey up the middle. He's going to get a good run, makes 2 guys miss. Still going. He's going to get about 9 yards, maybe 10. He should be just short of the first down. I think they're going to rule it second down. I think he had to get to the line to get the first down.
Colton Dempsey with the carry.
Colton Dempsey, good hard running there on the inside. And
That's going to put him at 9 carries and 92 yards, so he's keeping that
pace,
10-yard average pace as they now look at second and less than 1 for the Mustangs.
We can only give him 9 on that one, so.
That's all I gave him.
Even though it's 9 7/8 yards, but snap was bad. Fernandez pulls it down and sticks it in there. Snap was off to the left, it looked like. He couldn't get back around. Oh, it's not Fernandez. It's actually Ott at quarterback now. Number 5, Caden Ott. So Caden Ott in at quarterback. Snap looked like it was off to the left. He could not get back around to give it to Dempsey. And went ahead and stuck it in there and got the first down. So
picked up about 6 yards on the play.
Lakewood Ranch getting some other guys in the game now. Caden Ott and Dempsey out.
New running back again.
Up the middle, offensive line starting to really take charge now on the inside running game.
Might have been Camarion Jones who had a carry earlier.
It looks like it's I can't see the number. It's 83 at running back now for Lakewood Ranch, so it's a new running back.
Eldrick Berry, according to the most recent roster that we were.
Maybe a JV guy that moved up. He was not on the original Max Preps roster, but we got him on the roster at halftime from the Lakewood Ranch coaching staff. We appreciate that. And there's the option from Ott. He pitches it to Berry, and he cuts it up, and he's going to be close to a first down. I think he's going to be just short. I think it's going to be 3rd and 1. Or they're going to stop the clock here and measure it, or look at it at least. It might be a first down. Looks like they're going to call it 3rd down and 1. Nope, they're going to give him a first down. He's got it. It's first down, 1st and 10.
First down, Lakewood Ranch.
At about the 16-yard line, 16 or 17-yard line.
Appears that Dempsey has checked back into the game with Ott in the backfield.
It's getting cold outside. I might have to cover.
So they're rotating some guys in Lakewood Ranch and getting some new guys, some experience here.
Huffman in motion.
Dempsey up the middle.
And a fumble.
Looks like the ball's out.
Somebody took the ball right away from him.
And Bayshore's got the ball, and they take it back to the 20. And it's going to be Bayshore ball at the 20-yard line. Big turnover for Bayshore. Another stop. And bend but don't break once again.
Maybe number 14 on the strip of the ball while he was making
Dempsey
tackle.
slow to get up. The bottom of that pile, the ball came out. I didn't quite see it come out, but
14 is Zewan Thomas.
Zewan Thomas.
And there we have
on the field now.
There we have the situation that we had not seen in the first half by the Bruins that plagued them last week in their loss to the Parish Community Bulls, and that was a turnover. Last week they had 5. This week they were at only 1, and moving the football consistently but running into infractions, causing them to lose yardage after successfully making plays. So Bayshore defense makes the turnover because they just took it away from Dempsey, it looked like.
Yeah, it looks like he was stacked up in there, and somebody reached in and pulled the ball out and came out of there with it.
So much for the rest on that previous play.
So Bayshore will have the ball at their own 20. 1st and 10. Parham at quarterback.
Dixon at the running back, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it was Dixon. Straight ahead. Gets about 4, maybe 5.
Tackled by Minton. And also in on the play was a defensive lineman that we don't have the name on one roster or on the other roster. I apologize.
Gain of about
gain of 4 or maybe 5. It looks like I'm going to call it 5, 2nd and 5. It's just short of the 15-yard line. They had the ball into 10, so I'm going to call it 5. We got 2nd and 5. And Parham running the offense here. Again, gives it Dixon straight ahead. And he gets through and gets about another 5 yards. And it looks like it'll be a first down. He's marking him right over the line. That should be a first down.
That was a tackle by number 49, who was on that previous tackle. That's Carson Rathbun, a junior defensive lineman for the Mustangs. So Dixon's picked up 10 yards and 2 carries. That's his 3rd carry on the night.
Yeah, 2 hard runs. Hard-earned yards there, 5 yards each time. And now they're going to throw. They're looking to throw, and Parham's in trouble, and he's going to get out of there and try to run to the sideline. Oh, he just flips the ball backwards out of bounds. I don't know how they're going to mark that. They're going to call intentional grounding, but he threw it backwards. It really should be a fumble and marked where it went out of bounds. I thought it went backwards.
He was pressured on the play by Sebastian Shamrock, and also number 52 on the play. Putting the heat on him was Juan Tanako, defensive lineman.
Intentional grounding call there. So he was running for his life towards the left sideline and just flipped it out of bounds. There was no receivers over there anywhere in the vicinity. He was just getting the ball out of his hands as soon as he could.
As we've said a couple times this evening, the quarterback for the Bruins is a basketball player playing football for the first time. And I know he's had 8 football games, this being number 9, but you can not teach every situation that you are going to encounter in a 9-week football season as far as offense is concerned when you have a brand new quarterback that has not played much football.
So 3rd quarter ends on that play, and we're going to change sides of the field here. We're going to take a break with the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs 20, Bayshore Bruins 0.
Let's go!
I touched the ball before it went out, Coach.
Come on, Alex. The ref did not call that.
You gotta be kidding me, Alex.
It's the championship game.
Talk to him, Coach. I touched it. It's their ball.
Come on, do it right.
Don't foul them when they inbound. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nice going, Alex. Sorry, Coach.
Alex. Good call.
Sportsmanship. Pass it on.
Brett. I touched the man.
Stands, and we're going into the 4th quarter here. It's going to be Bayshore ball, 2nd and looks like 13 from about the 26-yard line. I think they did rule a lateral and marked it out of bounds. So he throws a little hitch out there up top. And he makes a guy miss, or no, he doesn't. He hangs on. Thomas with the reception.
Pickup of 11 on the play. That is probably the second best throw by Parham tonight. Amari Thomas on the receiving end.
Yeah, they've tried that a couple of times tonight, and they weren't able to hook up on it. That hitch has been there into the boundary most of the night with soft coverage, and they just have not been able to complete it and hook up on it, and they were able to do it there. And now they have a very manageable 3rd and 2. I think they're more comfortable running the ball than they are throwing it, so 3rd and 2 is a lot better than the 3rd and 12s and 10s they've been seeing tonight.
Dixon remains in the backfield. We haven't seen Judge since but one time maybe since his ankle injury.
And that's Dixon, and he's going to break through, and he's got a good run there and breaks out to the right. He's still going, spinning around. His shirt's getting ripped off, and he's down to the 41-yard line. Great run by Dixon that time. Good job by the offensive line for the initial hole that they created. And he's a little slow getting up, though.
Tackle made by Judah Galaseri.
Looks like a cramp the way he's holding his leg out. about a 22-yard gain on the play, or 21-yard gain on the play. And I think we have a cramp situation. They go right to his foot and start bending that toe back towards his chest. So, he's got a cramp in his calf or his hamstring there.
That's the fourth carry this evening by Nazar Dixon. He's a freshman that we heard a lot about from Coach Sanders earlier in the week. And he has come in to replace Judge, who was doing all the work. Judge had carried the ball in the first quarter 8 times, I believe. And now it's Dixon here in the fourth.
Well, and we thought Judge came back for a little bit in the second half, and we haven't seen him since then. So I don't know, maybe he tried to give it a go, and the leg where he took the hit in the first half was just hurting too much, and decided he wouldn't be able to do it. But
we saw him make the tackle on the opening kickoff of the second half, thinking that he was going to be able to then come in and carry the ball for the Bruins, but that has not necessarily been the case so far. But that was a nice run by Dixon and showed a little burst going through the middle there.
Yeah, I can see why Coach Sanders is excited about him as a ninth grader. He's got a lot of explosiveness. So we're waiting for him to get up here. We got some scores here. Oh my goodness, the Booker Tornado 76-0 over the DeSoto County Bulldogs. Parrish up 30-0. Southeast Seminoles losing 13-6 to Aubrey Rogers.
School out of Collier County, one of the new ones down there.
Cardinal Mooney up 27-3 over Sebring, and Palmetto still 8-3. Northport 14, Banner Rays of Lemon Bay 7. In Venice Indians 42, Rearview 0. And Parm is back to pass here. He rolls right. He's looking. He's got a man. He throws between two guys, and it's incomplete. I'm not sure if he was throwing that to 9 or 2. It was either too far for 9 or too short for 2. It was right between the two. They both had a little bit of a chance at it, but probably could have gotten some positive yardage running on that one when he broke out to the right here.
Yeah, you can see he's athletic and, coming off the basketball court. Unfortunately, he's carrying the ball a little bit loose. He's completed only 2 passes out of 11 attempts.
And it looks like Judge back in the game now with Dixon cramping up. Judge is back in there at running back. 2nd and 10. Parm back to pass. He pulls it down. Oh, he's going to go down into a pile of Lakewood Ranch defenders there. Number 36 was there. 25 was there. Getcho. 36.
Keegan Earl on the play. I believe that's the first time we've called his number this evening on the sack.
He gets the sack there. Big 7-yard loss on 2nd and 10, so now it's 3rd and 17. And Bayshore having a little success running the ball there, and then they drop back twice, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 17. So doesn't look good for them here, and not showing the ability to convert on many 3rd downs.
Once in a while Parm starts to scramble, and we see daylight, and that's kind of what has been their best situation.
Oh, there's pressure. Parm looking. He's looking downfield. He's throwing it deep. A lot of air under it. Oh, number 9 comes around the defender and has a chance to make a catch and can't make it. That's Simon, I believe, for Bayshore. Ball was a little underthrown, and Ashton Simon came around the defender and actually gets to the ball first and cannot make the play. So now it'll be 4th down. Bayshore will have to go for it here in the 4th quarter. Ball at midfield, down by 20. We got 9:58 left.
Coach Sanders and his quarterback Parm were in a discussion.
It looks like they are punting it, though.
Yeah,
I thought they would go for it here.
I think Coach Sanders said, let's kick this thing away. With 9:58 remaining, down 20-0. The Bruins are putting in their punt team.
See if they get 11 out there. Slow to. They didn't get it off. It's going to be a delay game. Clock is down to 0. Well, they're not calling it, so they're going to let him go. There they go. Clock was 0 for about 10 seconds, but the refs were going to seem like they wanted to overlook that and just let him get the punt off. Bayshore does have play clocks. Bayshore and Manatee. The Celtics have a play clock in the end zone? No.
Redid the field and didn't add that.
Manatee has them at their field. I love the play clock. I like knowing exactly how much time you have left, having to wonder. He's going to roll out there, and he's just going to keep it and tries to throw it. It's incomplete. So it's going to be a turnover on downs on the fake punt attempt. So they're going to Lakewood Ranch is going to take over at the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, the plus 47 going in. 9 minutes or 48 seconds remaining. I would think a heavy dose of runs here and running the clock, and but you never know. We thought that last week, and Pairs kept throwing even though they were up by 28. So you never know what's going to happen in high school football.
That's correct. That was a nice little maneuver there by Ivan Hernandez, a defensive lineman, gave a hug to Parm after the incomplete pass, knowing that the disappointment of the Bruins was evident right there.
And then they go up the middle. 32, the runner for Lakewood Ranch, another new back in there.
That is Akeem Johnson carrying the football at that time for the Bruins. He's a senior running back who picked up a couple yards on that play.
Nice to get a senior in there who hasn't had much playing time and get him a carry there. Here on the
down markers.
Week 9 for Lakewood Ranch. They play Palmetto next week in a big game next Thursday that they'll have to beat Palmetto possibly to get into the playoffs. There's Johnson again on the veer. Ott gives the ball.
Caden Ott playing quarterback at this time for the Mustangs. He's a senior, 5'10", 155-pound QB.
Yep, another senior getting in there who hasn't gotten a chance to play much. It's good experience for him and all the hard work that those backups do throughout the year and practice and weight room, and to get a chance to get out there and take some meaningful snaps. And again, this time Ott pulls it and flips it out to 82. Was actually a pitch man, but he threw it overhand like a pass.
And that's Tommy Baudret.
Yeah, that would go. It'll probably go as a completed pass because it was thrown forward, although he didn't gain any yardage.
I don't think that's exactly the way it was
designed.
No, but
I think he was designed to be a pitch man, and there was somebody between him and the pitch man, so he just had to throw it overhand to get it out to him.
Pitch relationship was not friendly on that play.
No.
But they made it work.
They did, but there's no gain, and so it's 4th down now. 4th and 3. And they're going to give it to Johnson, and he tries to bounce right, and he's stuck at the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to get there. Looks like 24 for Bayshore, or 14 for Bayshore.
That's
Zywan?
Yep, Thomas.
Nice play there where he tried to bounce it outside. And so Lakewood Ranch, they run 2 minutes off the clock, but they're unable to get a first down. They run 4 plays and turn it right back over to the Bruins. And the Bruins offense will go to work again, actually with some of the best field position they've had all night at their 40-yard line.
And we'll see what Coach Sanders wants to do. It's down 20. The competitive nature of people would say, let's throw this thing and let's get going here. But that hasn't been their exact cup of tea, so to speak, in this.
Yeah, I think we're going to still see a kind of a balanced mix here of running and throwing. I don't think he can get into a situation where he's asking Parm to throw every down. And there's Judge. I believe it's Judge on the run. No gain there.
Maybe a loss of a yard on that particular play. Judge had been up to 42 yards, carried on 10 attempts.
No gain on the play, 2nd down to 10.
For the Bruins this evening. He got hobbled during the at the end of the first half with a little twisted ankle, and he hasn't played as much as he did that first quarter, where he actually carried the ball 7 times for 34 yards in the first quarter.
And they gave him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Oh, there's a hold on Bayshore. I didn't call it there.
Yeah.
And he's just throwing it out of bounds again. That'll be might be intentional grounding again, unless they can find a receiver somewhere over there. There's a receiver about 25 yards downfield.
Now, there's a linebacker blitzing from the outside who was grabbed by maybe 2 people on that play. Almost tackled.
We may be at the point now where the refs have stuck those flags in their pocket and said, let's just let the game go on and get it over with. Because that was a pretty blatant one. Let's see, 52 for Bayshore. Arlen Cavazos trying to work off something on the sideline there, like he may have an ankle injury or something. He's played a great game on defense.
He has.
Really like that kid's motor. He's got a good frame. He looks like a big frame to put weight on. He's a youngster. I think he's going to be a really good player moving forward. There's pressure. He's throwing deep and is incomplete. He's covered very well.
Trying to complete that again to number 4 out there. That's Amari Thomas.
37, Judah Galicier on the coverage there. And good position on Thomas there.
Yeah, you can tell that Parham wants to try and hit Thomas. I'm sure they've hooked up many a time in practice on air throwing that exact play. But when you have a rush coming and you've been sacked a few times, and
it's a little different.
Yes, it is. And
Kavas is going back in on offense now, and I didn't even realize that he was playing both ways, which makes what he's done on defense even more impressive.
Here's another impressive thing. I believe that he had cramps because he was sitting on the side and they didn't come out to get him. I think he got off the field on his own, which shows the determination of that young man to fight through it, as we're going to take probably a water break at 6:48 remaining in the football game this evening.
On a 4th down once again. The second time tonight that we've seen a water break called on a 4th and 10.
Well, now you can...
we can get a live look at the Braden River game right now while we have this timeout and check the score over there. I have not seen a score. And they are up 25-8 over the Robinson Knights in the 3rd quarter. It's a live look of their timeouts. So their timeouts are much more entertaining than our timeouts. So they have a timeout there. But it is 25-8, Braden River, in the nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. They have about 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. We have about 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So we'll come back to our game here. Bayshore is down 20-0 with the ball. 4th and 10, probably the last opportunity you would think for Bayshore, serious opportunity to score and get back into this and make it interesting would be this drive here. So Parham will go back out with Judge in the backfield with him for a 4th and 10, and we'll see what Bayshore and Coach Sanders has installed.
The coverage is definitely soft. They're going to be able to throw under if they wanted to throw something easy.
Yeah, their free safety is at 20 yards right now, and there's pressure. He throws over the middle and looking for number 1 for Bayshore, and he was not able to come up with it. That's Wilcox. It's incomplete. Had a little hole there to hit him. It would have been a 1st down. He was about 12 or 15 yards coming across the middle on the dig in front of that deep safety. But it was off his hands and incomplete. So Lakewood Ranch will take over again at the plus 40. The field position has just been the field's been tilted so much towards the end. It's almost hard to believe they only scored 20 points with the field position they've had tonight.
That is correct. They
last possession they were a 4 and out on 4 runs, and we'll see what happens here. They've got Odd in at quarterback.
Number of backups besides Ott playing running backs as well.
Could not see the number, and as we go deeper into the
we think roster, that might be number 82 playing that tailback or that running back or not.
83. That was 83 for Lakewood Ranch.
Eldrick Berry. That's his 3rd carry of the evening.
Berry gets the carry.
Yep, 3rd carry tonight for him, and he picked up 4. Running
the offense for the Mustangs here. fakes to Barry and throws out to Manatee, and it's going to be a first down. Good throw there.
We saw Caden Ott come in for a couple plays last week when Liam got hurt, and now Manatee catching, I believe, his second pass of the evening.
Yeah, and then he had the touchdown run as well. So it's first down, but 5:42, pretty much running the clock down at this point now. And there's Barry, 83. Downhill run, good running there. And the Lakewood Ranch offensive line having a lot of success when they've run the ball in the middle of the field. That's going to be 5 yards there. It'll be 1st and 5, maybe 4.5. We're going to call it 2nd and 5.
5 on the play, 2nd down and 5.
Number 13 now in the backfield also for the Mustangs. That's Huffman.
Huffman. He's been lining up in the slot and occasionally in the backfield, and kind of that hybrid position. And Ott is looking to throw, and now he's scrambling, and he throws, and he finds, I believe it's Manatee, who makes the catch. And
yes,
that's going to be a first down.
Yep. That's Manatee with the reception. Gain of about another 7 yards.
Good job by Ott, scrambling, keeping his eyes downfield, and finding the open receiver.
.451 remaining in the contest. Lakewood Ranch trying to put another touchdown on the board with a number of second team players in the ball game.
Barry up the middle again, I think. No, it might be another, looks like number 80. We'll see, get out of the pile and see if it's him again. Yeah, it was number 80 that time for Lakewood Ranch.
Justin Flores.
So we're getting a host of subs in there now.
No doubt, football players that came up from the junior varsity team.
This roster has Anthony Mungo, a senior wide receiver, as 80. I'm not sure which one it was.
We were handed a roster at halftime by one of the coaches that I'm sure was updated when other players were added to the list.
2nd and 10. Ott throwing into the end zone. 13, Huffman. Touchdown. He's got his man for a touchdown. And Lakewood Ranch goes up 26-0 with the extra point coming after the swinging gate.
A 19-yard touchdown pass that time by senior Caden Ott, going right up the seam, hitting Trenton Hoffman for the score. That's a senior throwing to a sophomore. It was a nice looking play by the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs as they again do the swinging gate.
And Luca Cue will put the extra point through, or attempt to, and it's blocked that time. It kicked low, and good pressure from Bayshore. It's good to see those guys down 26-0. Playing hard and going after an extra point like that this late in the game.
And look who made the block.
I'm guessing 52.
You are right.
Kavasas.
That block was by
He almost got
Kavasas.
one earlier. He's limping out there now to be on the kickoff team. He's not even looking at the sideline. He's not coming off the field.
He's an inspirational leader for the Bayshore Bruin team.
His uniform is filthy. You can't see the numbers now from the dirt. You can tell that kid has left it all out on the field tonight.
And the last thing I'll say about him is he's a freshman, as are many of the players on the Coach Sanders Bayshore Bruin team.
Doing this on a Friday night in a varsity game, not a JV game or
Correct.
a freshman game.
Oh, yes, not at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when most freshman teams are playing, if we still had freshman football in our areas, but most of those teams have been dissolved. Cooey, again, getting ready to kick off.
Well, this is Mango.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, 55. Kawamagno. And that's a squib kick that's going to go through and be picked up by Simon, number 9. And he cuts it back to the right and breaks a tackle. Now he's swinging to the left, going backwards, losing ground, and he's going to be taken down. They're going to mark him up here at the 25 with forward progress.
Tackle made on the play by number 37, Judah Galaseri. Yeah, there's a pretty good example of a football player who probably did play a little bit of youth football. He got himself spun around, and the momentum made him think that he can go and outrun the rest of the team by going the other way. And that concept of hash to numbers to sideline has probably not been as permanently drilled into his football
Yeah, you'll find
rhetoric.
a lot of young kids will try to just outrun everybody and run to the sideline. That's very common among 9th graders and 10th graders coming up from youth league or JV games, and it tends to stop working when you get to the varsity level, unless you have elite speed, and those guys can do that. But so it's 3:54 left in the game. Lakewood Ranch is up 26-0. Bayshore will start at their own 25. Throws in the flat. He has
Dixon
in the flat. Nazir Dixon, the 9th grader, on the catch. And he's tackled after a 5-yard gain.
Judah Galaseri on the tackle there.
He's been very active tonight.
Yes, we've called his name and number frequently tonight. The person who had made a lot of tackles earlier, or in the game earlier this year, DePaula.
We have not called as much, and he hasn't been in the game for a while. I don't know if he's nicked up or just came out because they have a lead and they're getting somebody else some work. And this time of the year, nobody's 100%. So once you get a lead in the game, you might take a guy out that you need next week, and you need him for Thursday for sure against Palmetto. And he's going deep here, Parham, and throws it out of bounds, looking for Dixon down the right sideline. It's incomplete.
Dixon was running an out and up there from the slot position, trying to.
Well, he ran the out the previous play, and the corner jumped it pretty quickly and tackled him right away. So he's probably trying to take advantage of that aggressiveness and see if they can get him to jump it again. And he was pretty well covered, and the ball was thrown out of bounds.
The Mustang secondary, realizing that the game is pretty much in hand and that Bayshore has to pass, and not probably jumping on those out routes as much as they would
Should
like.
Should not be, no. And their safety's back at 18 yards or 17 yards. And there's a flare out to Judge in the left flats, and that's incomplete.
Judge
had some room out there if he could have hauled that in, a little slightly high, but it's off his hands.
Earlier in the ball game, Judge caught one of those swing passes for a total of 14 yards, but this one he was not able to corral.
So now you got a 4th and 5 with 2:55 left. And it looks like Bayshore's going to call a timeout to talk this one over.
And the conversation will be about whether they're going to punt the ball.
I don't think so. I think they're talking about a play. I think they've already decided they're going for it, and they're trying to decide what play they're going to run.
Okay.
I don't think there's any thought about punting right now.
Okay. And the 4th and 6 to go is not an unreasonable decision.
Not with 2:55 left. It's last time you're probably going to touch the ball. And
the Mustangs have a game next week, another inter-county experience, correct?
District game.
And a
Thursday
district game
against Palmetto. And it's Palmetto's senior night, but it will be played at Lakewood Ranch because Palmetto has no lights. So yeah, Palmetto lost their lights in the hurricane. I've been told they're working on trying to get temporary lights for a home playoff game. There's a flare out there, and that's a backwards lateral.
That's backwards, so Judge was
and
wise
now
to,
they're signaling incomplete. I thought it was
get
a
on the
lateral
ball
for sure. But so that's 4th down. It's incomplete, and the Lakewood Ranch will take over, and that pretty much should do it. It's 2:48. I'm sure Lakewood Ranch is going to run the ball with some backups here. They may even score again. But for all practical purposes, that was Bayshore's last chance to really make something happen.
Coach Sanders and his quarterback are discussing the potential throws that were available on that play. And again, a very young, inexperienced senior quarterback probably just doesn't get enough reps during the week, as they told us during the week that he was actually on a pitch count.
Yeah.
On a number of passes that he could throw during the week because he had
Keem Johnson on the carry, cuts it back. Good run. He's run really well coming in late in the game here. Kind of the closer here.
Tackle by Velasquez. He's in on at least his third tackle of the game as they corralled that Mustang from behind.
Corralled the Mustang. Huh? No pun intended.
Not at all.
It's nice.
2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the contest.
Ott still in at quarterback. He goes up the middle, big hole there for another new running back in there. It looks like 38 maybe. Can't get the number. 39. 39 for Lakewood Ranch on the carry.
Tyler McCoy.
Junior running back, wide receiver, getting a carry there. A nice run, by a gain of about 7. We got 2nd and 3. And they give this time to number 12, who plays defense for them. Safety, actually.
Caden Ott still playing at quarterback.
Jones on the carry.
And Jones, that was probably about his 4th carry of the night.
And they're just, Lakewood Ranch is rotating in different running backs here.
And I'm sure these number 2 running backs and players that are on the field would like to have that
McCoy
pay
back
dirt.
in it next to Ott now at running back. On 3rd down, and Ott's going to throw. He pulls it down, and he's rolling to the right, and he throws it up and stops the clock.
Caden Ott forced out of the pocket there, and he scrambles and throws it incomplete. He had previously thrown a touchdown pass right about from the same area.
So the field goal unit's coming on here with 59 seconds left. Maybe just feel like they have to work on their kicking game before the Palmetto game or a possible playoff game. Get better at this. Maybe they had an extra point block. That could weigh into the factor into the decision that it's something they need to work on. I've noticed they don't have Liam Fernandez holding now. They have the sophomore Ross quarterback, Russ, 31, played quarterback last week. Everett Ross holding instead of Liam Fernandez. So I don't know if Fernandez may be hurt or maybe Ross is the backup holder and they're getting him some work as well. So Lakewood Ranch up by 26, stops the clock with a pass and then puts their field goal team on the field and has to call a timeout. I guess the days of taking a knee, Paul, are long gone, huh? We didn't see it last week in the Parish game.
You'd like to see the kids score a touchdown, but when you get to that point of 4th down, maybe this is a senior kicker, but
like I said, maybe they need to work on that.
Maybe.
As a good kick, got away a good kick. It looks like it's good. No good.
No good.
Must have been to the left. Had plenty of distance.
And we got an injured Bruin on the field.
Yeah, and some of these Bruins are just exhausted, playing both ways, and a lot of plays.
And young players playing both ways that have to go out there.
Looks like number 5 is down on the field there, Anthony Brown. We've called his name a bunch on defense. He's been playing hard. And like I said, the way they came off after the last extra point in that field goal, it's good to see for Ace Sanders to see those young guys playing this hard at the end of the game. Down by 26. That they're really, I haven't seen much quit in this team.
No, I agree. There's the bright spots for Coach Sanders is in his first year. The roster is looking at the roster and seeing the tackle tallies by his players, and then seeing the grade level that they are in. For example, number 52 Arlen. In on 6 tackles, playing both ways.
Yes.
Evan Velasquez, a junior, in on a number of plays. Marquise Spry, a sophomore. And then that bright spot there we saw earlier on, a good run by Dixon. Those are all young kids that are back and are part of the team that the Bruin coaching staff will have people to work with.
Yeah, just in this day and age, it's a matter of keeping them there now with all the kids transferring to transfer portal and wanting to play right away or wanting to win right away, wanting to get a ring. You know, you got to hope that Coach Sanders can hold this group together of youngsters. This could be a very competitive team 2 years from now.
Yes, it could. And you know, the tough thing now for even Coach Sanders at this late stage in the game as Parham hands off to Judge is Coach Sanders doesn't even have another quarterback probably on the roster that he would like to give the ball
he could
to.
Even put in, yeah.
So Parham continues to come to the sideline, get the play, and run the offense for the Bruins.
So we're down to 31 seconds, 26-0 Lakewood Ranch. This could be the last play, or should be the last play, barring an incomplete pass. If they run the ball, this will probably be the last play. They do. He's hitting the backfield. The ball is out. Lakewood Ranch falls on it. And as change of possession, we will stop the clock with 15 seconds. And 36 for Lakewood Ranch, recovering the fumble there.
The fumble caused there by DL Media.
Recovered by Keegan Earl.
Called his name a couple times, and now with 15 seconds
15
left.
seconds, I would think you're going to see a knee.
Be, but we've said that before in situations
and
similar to
last
this.
week, for instance. And the team playing against Lakewood Ranch ran for a touchdown on the last play. So stranger things have happened. But hopefully they would take a knee. Well, they're in the gun. Maybe they take a knee out of the gun. I don't know. But you should be able to go under center and take a knee in this situation. And they are going to throw a pass. That's unbelievable.
Well,
that is ridiculous. Why would you do that?
But you know what's good about the play is the end result, an exclamation point. On the tackle was number
Kavassis,
52.
52 gets
and
another
number
sack.
7.
I don't understand 15 seconds in a 26-0 game throwing a pass on the last play, but that's me. What do I know? All right, well, thank you for joining us here at Bayshore High School, Balvan Stadium. For Paul Meckley, I'm Chris Comboy. Good night. See you, Carl.